Good morning. Good Saturday morning. Welcome to Sports Talk. David, Brett, Mike, Lanny here with you for the next couple of hours. And wow, what an NCAA tournament.
Oh, yeah.
What an NCAA tournament so far.
Thrills and chills.
I want to start with this, though. I saw an interview, saw it twice. Once, I think, late afternoon yesterday or something like that. And again, this morning as I was getting ready to come in. The North Carolina State athletic director doesn't seem to be the happiest person in the world right now. Take me through that. Anybody that knows the whole ordeal, Lenny, you've probably been following it as good as anybody. About Wade. You texted me the other day. Looks like he's heading back to LSU. This is after 1 year, right?
Correct.
1 year.
On the bayou.
Yeah. So what led to this? Was he just wanting more money at LSU?
Mercenary.
Yeah, that's probably a good term. I did hear this about 2 weeks ago. I heard this about 2 weeks ago that there were some rumors that he was going back. And then they went on to say that the governor was involved in wanting him to come back. That of course, he left there because he was basically sent home, is what I thought.
Yeah, it was that FBI investigation.
And but also they went on to say that he didn't get along with the AD that was there.
Mm-hmm.
But the governor liked him, but then he said that was just and then he denied it at the ACC. It was about ACC tournament time,
right,
when it happened, because he denied it after their last loss in the tournament. Nothing to it, But I did watch. They went back and showed an interview of the governor with Kelly when Kelly got fired in football.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say the same thing. The governor gets involved in all the LSU
governor, also the
athletics.
Part-time AD.
Yeah, and they were showing him. And this was a
Part-time governor.
This was a government function. It wasn't a LSU thing. But he was asked a question by somebody out in the press about would the AD have any say so in the hiring of the coach. He was talking about something else, and then he just kind of said, "Oh no, he will not." Is what was his statement. And then a couple of days later, the AD was fired, and they hired a new one before they even hired the new football coach. But then it went on to say that he liked him. Now they felt like the door was open for him to come back.
So State gives him a shot again at big-time basketball.
Exactly.
He'd been at McNeese State, right, or something like that.
Correct.
And that's how he repays.
So I wonder what his contract was for at NC State. And I'm not talking about dollars. I mean,
Was there a buyout?
year-wise.
No, he left on his own, though. Well, he'd have to pay them. No? How does that work?
He's leaving on his own, so they'd have to. If there's a buyout, they'd have to pay the buyout.
That's what I thought.
If he
LSU would have to pay the buyout. Yeah.
Or somebody would.
Yeah. And LSU would probably do it.
They'd do it, yeah.
To get him back. But now the next question is, Brett, you're sitting right there and can probably do this. What was his record at LSU?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Great.
I mean,
So
I haven't heard of them in basketball in a while.
he was there 5 years, 18 and 15, 25 and 5, 21 and 10, 19 and 10,
You sure that's not the women?
22 and 11.
Okay, so he's moderately successful.
So he played in it.
Well, that 25 and 5, now that, I don't even remember that.
That year they went to the Sweet 16.
That's impressive.
That's the furthest he got.
I think he
was the
coached
Sweet
a couple
16.
guys that are now in the NBA, didn't he? I mean,
Yeah, Cam Thomas was one of his players. Late. That was one of his late recruits.
Monty says, good morning. Good morning to Monty. One thing I thought about, is you don't see LSU a lot. In their area you might, but we don't see them a lot on TV here. If they're playing, you really don't make it a point to see them play basketball. Now, their baseball and football, it's very watchable, but the basketball hasn't been.
right.
But, they haven't been the most popular team, but they have two of the most iconic NCAA players of all time.
Yeah, Shaq.
Shaquille O'Neal.
And Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pete.
So it took the youngest one in here to get Pistol Pete. I'm surprised by you guys.
I know.
Maravich, of course, scoring all those points back before the three-point line ever was in existence.
He never was in the NCAA tournament.
Never did make it?
Never made it.
Never made it to the
Of course,
tournament.
that was the days when it was
24.
Kentucky went every year.
And maybe
And only
24
one team
teams.
made it.
One team, and that was it.
Wow. Wow.
I remember watching him play in NIP when it was something.
Yeah. So I just wondered. I wonder what you guys thought about that, and where does NC State turn now? Have they already? They haven't done anything.
I mean,
Oh, you left out Bob Pettit.
Bob Pettit, that's way on back.
Tell me about
That's-
it. I know the name.
Well, that's the three.
But that's it.
Three Hall of Famers that
Okay.
played at LSU.
Okay, he must have been before Pete.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
it's
I don't
definitely
remember him.
it's a setback for NC State basketball. And I mean, now they're sort of back to square one.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Me and a friend were talking. This is when that rumor started.
Mm-hmm.
But even really before that rumor started, me and a friend of mine talked about you can't get busted for cheating now. Them days are over. But me and him still made this statement. This was about a month ago. We said Wade will go off. He'll be in trouble. He'll have state in trouble even with the NCAA. Because,
Even the Wild West that
right,
we have
because
today.
Whether it's he goes off and does something stupid or a player running a loose program, because I feel like that's what he runs. Is a
Oh,
loose
yeah,
program.
no doubt.
Somebody will be in trouble and have such. So this yesterday, when my friend told me, I was talking. He said, Corrigan's really mad right now, but 10 years down the road, he might be thankful that LSU took that problem off their hands.
And I wonder who they're targeting. I
Any
hadn't heard
idea
anything yet.
who the job search where it might go?
I have no idea.
Hubert?
Hubert?
He said in the near
He said he
future,
wanted to
didn't
coach
he? In the near
as soon as
future.
possible.
Would that be strange? That'd be
That
very.
would be.
It
I
would be.
really don't have no feel right now.
Well,
I'm
by the way-
shocked probably.
By
right
the way,
now.
Lenny, did you hear Kenny Smith go off on the firing of?
I did.
Wow.
I wonder. I shouldn't say this, but I wonder if a little bit of that's personal
Could
because
be.
his son just committed about 3 weeks
Did he?
ago to play for
Hubie,
Carolina, and I'm just
Yeah.
curious if that had
Probably a little-
any play into it.
little sour grapes. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I got another one out here I want to say. Good morning to Charlotte and Brooklyn.
All right.
You guys, I didn't say in Brooklyn, but Charlotte and Brooklyn.
And Brooklyn.
The twins, Monty asked for
right.
that. So good morning to
Love
them.
the
They are
name,
tuned
Brooklyn.
in, listening.
I thought you meant we had listeners in Charlotte.
That's what I was
Brooklyn.
hoping.
That's, yeah.
Hoping that our outreach would.
We could say that.
Yeah. They might not even be able to understand our language in Brooklyn.
No, they'd make fun of our accent for sure. Right.
That's okay. It's vice versa, right?
Yeah.
Works both ways. Works both ways. Just talking about the NCAA, and before we even jump into the tournament and what's going on, just talking about all these different things and different moves. Do you guys think? I'm gonna ask you this one too. Bill Self come back? Bill Self resign, retire?
He's had some health issues.
Yeah, I know.
That seem fairly serious.
But still, I was
Well, I
thinking
don't
like
know.
he was over.
It has been.
has been
Yeah.
in the past.
My sense first he's gone, but he wants to come back. I think, but
Does he?
We'll just see what medically, that might be why he's not done anything.
He just still want to get him more players like the freshman he just had. That's probably
Yeah, really.
That caused him more stress than anything else. What was his name?
Surprised he didn't walk out in the middle of the
Yeah,
season.
Darian Peterson. Yeah. He might, have a cramp with, 2
Already
minutes
in
to
the
go.
Hall of Fame?
I think he is, isn't he, Mike?
Yeah.
If
not,
not,
will
he-
be.
I was
I
thinking
will
like
be.
there's
I
like a
think he
few coaches like him and
Yeah, he's in. I'm pretty sure he's in it already.
he's in the Hall of Fame. And who else am I thinking about? There's another one. Izzo.
Patino.
Yeah.
Patino.
Calipari.
Yeah, he's
That's
Yeah,
one
very
great thing
fair.
about this tournament. We still have some great coaches, Hall of Famers that are still doing it, and that's been fun.
I try, Butch. I try my hardest. I try.
What's that?
Lenny needs to get closer to his mic. You don't have to set up, but just make sure the
right.
mic follows your
Yeah.
mic.
I guess I got too high. Can you hear it? Can you hear me now, Butch?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
He wants to hear you.
I had it up there. Let me get it down right under.
I thought about this morning. Who is the biggest surprise to you guys that's in the Elite Eight today?
I don't know whether I want to say Tennessee
That's my
or
answer.
Iowa.
Yeah, well, both.
One or the other.
Well, Iowa to me, they had to beat Florida to get there. And
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Well, Tennessee beat some good teams along the way too, especially last night.
yeah, well,
Oh,
Iowa
God,
State's
yeah.
missing one of their best players, though.
Were they?
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
missing an All-American forward, Jefferson, and
Right.
I think that hurt them. But
You know, and they won the first game without him. And that old saying is you can sometimes come together,
yeah,
but in the long run it hurts you.
oh yeah,
I had all intentions of watching that game last night, Iowa State and Tennessee.
you went
Did not see a second of it.
bye-bye.
Played all night.
Usually I'll wake up.
Played all night, according to you.
I'll
huh?
usually wake up and see the second half. Not this time. Not this time. When I woke up, they were.
It never got
complete.
close in the
It
second
wasn't
half.
really close.
Well, what really surprised me was the start UConn had on
Oh yeah, they started out
27-5.
awesome.
27-5.
Yeah,
And did I know
25-5, something like that.
I knew they came back and made a good comeback because they only
did.
lost by 4. But did they ever lead?
I don't
Michigan State,
think
that is.
they
Did
ever
they ever
led, but
lead?
they made a game of it.
I know it was down to 1 with like a minute and a half left, maybe. It says their biggest lead was 2, but that could have been 2-0. I don't know when they led.
Yeah, I mean,
It was
UConn came out and
ugly
hit
from the
6
first
of
for
their
them,
first
though.
7 threes.
Yeah.
It was just blistering.
Did you guys in your heart really feel like Duke would win that game last night? Or-
I didn't.
Yeah, and I'm talking about before it started.
I did.
Before it started.
I saw almost every person on TV picking St. John's, and I just thought that's going to give Duke a little more fire to
And I'll tell you what,
that-
the national
prove
press,
why
all
they're
the
the number 1
pundits,
team.
talking heads everywhere picked St. John.
You know,
Duke was the one number
I only
one
saw
seed
one
in
person on
trouble.
TV pick Duke, and that was Clark Kellogg. Like, and not
Yeah,
just on
you're right.
that show,
You're
but on
right. He
a
did.
bunch of different shows.
Yeah.
Everybody was picking
Yeah.
St. John's.
I talked to Brett earlier in the week after the Sweet 16 was complete, and I said, I don't think there's any way that they can beat St. John. I thought, and in my bracket, even at the beginning, I had St.
Yeah.
John beating Duke.
Duke in the
But
Sweet 16.
if you told me they was going to hit that many threes last night, I said no way they win.
I know.
You know, 'cause
9
the-
of 18 in the first half.
Yeah,
for St.
9
John's.
threes.
Stripping.
But I really felt good after watching, a little bit more. Not before the game started. I really felt like Duke would maybe come out and win that one. I just don't know if they're deep enough to win 3 more games.
That's right.
know,
If Caleb
there.
Foster had not come in and solidified and stabilized the ball handling, I don't think they would have won.
And tomorrow's probably going to be the hardest on them
Yeah,
because you're playing a really good team
yeah.
on neutral
They're
court
physical.
with how much rest.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I mean, when you only get 1 day off and they're not any deeper than they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they looked exausted last night.
did.
The last
They did.
5 or
Yep.
6 minutes.
Yeah,
They were-
I'm like you, with only 7 people playing, really.
Well, they got 8 now, don't they? Or am I missing?
Yeah, 8. Yeah, if you
Eight.
want to
Yeah,
count,
Camino.
the
Foster and Ganoma.
Harris. Yeah.
Yeah, well, 9 counting Harris.
Yeah.
They had 8 guys
Helps
play
get some back.
16 plus minutes last night.
Gamba's still not himself, even though
No, he's not.
He's just not.
But Kameni has played. He's played really well
really
the last
has.
yeah,
couple
he
games.
has. That's been the one plus. He's starting to develop.
And when they go to that little zone, they put him out at the top, and he's disruptive, and he plays with a lot of energy. He reminds me of
He's physical.
the way Grayson Allen played his freshman year is kind of
Yeah.
the fire that Kameni plays with. He doesn't score as much, but
Smokey says a Tennessee win is a win no matter who Iowa State was missing. You know who old Smokey is? Who's the biggest Tennessee fan you know in this area?
Roger.
Morning, Roger.
Oh no, I don't. I wouldn't take anything
Well, I wouldn't
away
say
from
him.
Tennessee.
He-
I don't.
Yeah, he is a big Tennessee fan, but we also have Chris Ritchie in Lincoln County who
There's
is a big Tennessee.
I mean, there's
fan.
injuries out there everywhere.
Everybody's banged up this time of year. Everybody's
So,
got injuries.
no, I don't think Tennessee can beat Michigan,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't take anything away from their win last
And not only
night.
that, it's becoming a habit. Their 3rd straight trip to the Elite Eight.
The
is it
Elite
not?
Eight.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that till last night.
How about that?
Rick Barnes.
Football school? or basketball school. You know, most schools have an identity. There seems to be about 50-50
Well,
now.
Well, historically, there's
Historically,
still a
it's
football
football.
school.
and never been in the Final Four.
And that's what,
Right.
if you ask Tennessee fans, would you rather win a football title
Well,
or
there's no
basketball,
doubt.
they're going to
Yeah,
take
no
football.
doubt about that one.
How many schools wouldn't say that? Duke and Carolina's
About
2 of
10.
them.
Maybe more than 10, because some schools, like St. John's,
Yeah,
True.
yeah,
UConn, the whole Big East,
yeah,
Whole Big East would say.
Yeah.
yeah.
Gonzaga. There's a lot of basketball schools out
Speaking
there.
of Gonzaga, guys, I heard somebody say, I don't know who it was, that Gonzaga, even though they've been in 2 finals, they'll never win it because of their conference. They're just not seasoned enough to win pressure games in the NCAA.
Is Mark Few a candidate, Lenny,
Hey,
for the North Carolina job? I mean, there's been talk about it, but
Him and Roy
we don't know if
Williams-
he's talked about it.
Him and Roy Williams were big friends. In fact, his name was thrown in the hat 5 years ago, but that was a done deal 5 years ago. You know,
Right.
I knew it was Hubert Davis, but he was mentioned. But
maybe be good.
he might be a fallback. I don't really see him being the front
don't
runner.
know,
But
man.
Well, give me
with his
a
age.
give me a front runner.
Given his roster and the players he gets at Gonzaga,
well,
what
I think
would he do if he could really get blue blood talent?
I think they're waiting right now. I don't really. Here's my feeling right now. The guy's in the microscope for him now. But this is just me. I don't know this for sure. But if he wins it, I don't see him going absolutely not considered, and that's Lloyd at Arizona. That's the one I look at. That they're kind of waiting on.
Well,
I can
what
tell
if he
you
wins
that
a national title.
the 2 that I don't want him to get, that would scare me, Golden at Florida
Yeah.
and Dusty May at Michigan.
Yeah.
And that's the name I've mentioned.
I don't want him to get those 2. Anybody else,
About
I'd be
Nate
okay
Oates,
with.
bound.
That's fine with me.
I don't think it's Nate. I don't even know if I'll be.
His teams don't play defense.
Nate Oates
He's a
gets
little on
Yeah.
the.
it. I don't
That's
see him.
Alabama, right?
And that's weird that he's such a fiery guy and his teams don't play defense. I don't get that.
That's Alabama, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sports the plaid well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
He's bringing back Storm.
Had it on last
Norman.
night. I don't know what's been the biggest surprise to me so far in the tournament. I mean, with the tournaments that we've watched throughout our lifetimes and everything, there really should be no surprises because anything can happen. We've
Well, I
seen
think Cinderella-
16 beat a 1 now. So
I think the clock struck 12 on Cinderella. I don't. Given everything that's shifted in the game, I don't.
oh, there won't be a George Mason.
Yeah, they're not going to be another George Mason or VCU or
Yeah.
something.
Florida
like that.
Atlantic.
Florida Atlantic.
Yeah, there will be eventually.
I think it will too, Brett.
You
But
do?
but they won't sustain.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like
Well,
because-
the upsets
because
are
the
going to
roster-
come in the first round.
If a mid-major.
Yeah, that's
puts-
what we mean, though. I mean, that George Mason was in the Final Four.
They were in the Final Four.
I just don't know if you'll see
Yeah,
that.
well, Florida Atlantic was too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Butler's been there, VCU.
But that was 3 or 4 years ago, right?
Well,
Yeah, I'm saying I think it can be done again.
Maybe.
Have you guys heard the new proposal? And I don't know who proposed it about you can only transfer once in collegiate athletics, and if you do transfer once, you have to sit out a year
That's
before
the
you
way it
go.
ought to
The way it should be.
I made
kinda,
that suggestion.
And I don't know who that came from.
That
Maybe
would
somebody can
stabilize
tell
the
me.
roster.
But it'll
a
probably
little
get
bit.
took to court.
They're not doing that.
It will be.
Yeah.
Get took to
That is,
court.
that is not happening.
Happen.
That's right. It'll
But
be
why
taken to court.
not? Why can the organization itself not put down the bylaws? You know, I mean,
I'd be more surprised about
plenty of others
that
they got out there.
than if they let them transfer during the season and play for 2 different teams in one season. That would surprise me less than them putting that rule in.
Yeah.
I agree with you. You're probably correct.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to see that, but it'll get took to court. I feel
I could
like.
see trades before I could see.
Yeah, the worst thing about the way it is now, and don't get me wrong, because our teams are rich, but the rich get richer.
Yeah.
That's what happens with the system that you got right now. You know,
They
and really, how in the world are you going to say? When's going to be the deadline? You said go from playing from one team to another in the same year. They'd have to be a deadline. What if you got in the Final Four and you say, well,
Yeah.
we could use that guy that we just beat? come on over.
But just, you'd have to have
Right.
if you did free agency, I mean, there'd have to be a deadline.
That's the way pickup softball tournaments used to be.
That's what's this weekend.
Well, play with us now since
Yeah.
your team got knocked out.
Yeah, right.
That's. I hope it don't ever come to
Well,
that.
that would be the ultimate, wouldn't it? Trades in college athletic.
Yeah, but what if the guy says, "I don't want to go"?
Yeah.
I don't want to go there, and then he just, I don't, trades, but got to pick up the contract. Would they be that way? That's very, very interesting.
Yeah, I don't think trades are going to happen, but I would still see it before that only one transfer and have to sit out a year. They're never going back to that.
Brett? Why do you think we're never going?
Because that's just going backwards. They're doing all this for the players. Everything's the players have control right now, and it's not going back.
Well, now even heard mention a collective bargaining agreement.
Yeah, I've
even
heard
at the
about
college
that
level.
too.
Yeah.
So, when something like that happens, they're gonna have that tied up. They're gonna take that to court.
Oh, yeah.
Now they could put a rule in place where you get one transfer, and then if you transfer a second time,
That's what
you
I
have
was
to sit
talking
out a
about.
year.
That's what I was thinking about.
Oh, y'all said one transfer and you have to sit out.
The
No,
way
they're not going back to that.
the way I read
That's
it,
the way it used
was
to be.
written, though. I mean,
One
maybe I read it
transfer-
wrong, but I thought it was written out where if you transfer, you have to sit out a year. But
one-
maybe it is the second time.
One-time immediate transfer, just like it is now. My thinking is, if you do it a second time, you got to let's go back to revert to the old rules. But
Got
I
to try to
I
avoid
don't
a
even
guy
see
playing
that
for
happen.
4 teams in 4 years.
Yeah.
That's
and I don't know if that's happened or not.
I would like to see that. Oh yeah, there's been guys play for 5 or 6 different schools.
I'll give you a good Lubin,
How many's he been
Notre
to?
Dame, Vanderbilt, North Carolina, NC State.
What about the
Mays Rank?
Baker Mazzara
There's
that
a
was
lot of
at
them.
that was at Auburn last year and went to
Auburn,
Southern Cal?
USC this year,
Had he been at like 6 different schools, and he's 27 years old?
I got a question.
That's why I say the players have so much control now. You can't take it away from them. Once you give it to them, it's hard to take it away.
And correct me if I'm not wrong, but when this really started, it was supposed to be one transfer anyway, like that.
Yeah.
But that second year, it was the good Wake Forest guy moved right on from one to the next.
But right now they're just free agents after the end of each season. They're a free agent.
They are.
I got a question for you guys and the mainly the Carolina audience. Are you pulling for Cadu?
Elliott could do.
I have no argument with him.
Okay,
I do not.
Okay,
Because I thought they shouldn't let him shouldn't have left to start with. You don't let him walk out the door if you don't have a point guard
Yeah.
coming behind him, and they did not.
yeah.
But what about Ian Jackson last night? He was with St. John's, and he
Was the Duke guy, right?
was he's
Carolina.
Carolina.
He was
St. John's.
he had a lot more freedom at Carolina. He had to kind of play in a structured system at St. John's, and he didn't stand out as much to me. At Carolina, he pretty much had a green light. He'd shoot wherever he wanted to, anytime.
And my theory too is he's not getting off the bench at St. John's if you don't play defense.
Yeah.
And I'm ashamed to say this, but I don't think Carolina's played defense in
And
several years.
if he stayed at Carolina,
Except when they want to.
he'd have
Except when they want to.
played. He'd have played over 30 minutes a game this year if he'd have stayed at Carolina. At St. John's, he probably didn't average but 18 minutes.
It's definitely not
And
been
he
their
probably-
top priority to play
And he
defense.
probably played more early in the year, and then he kind of disappeared. And then he's kind of started to play again.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that was, look, you're going to do it my way?
Well, he's one guy St. John's had that scared me last night. When he had the ball, he made me nervous because I
thought
know
they
he
had
can
about
he can
12
score
that
from
scared
anywhere.
me.
Nah, they weren't. They're not. They're
weren't-
not super talented.
Yeah, I know.
And if
They're
he's-
athletic.
They also their defense is not great.
They're
It's
athletic.
great for 10 seconds.
They're real athletic, and that's usually what gives Duke problems.
And if you get the ball across half court and set up your offense, they're not that great.
They're not.
You can drive right at them. Their guards are small. Duke just bullied them into the lane
Yeah, they
over and
did that.
over. They're not a big team. They're long and athletic, but
Well, and then
I mean they're nothing like Michigan or Arizona. Those teams are huge.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, Michigan
Indeed.
especially.
Pete don't look like a freshman. You look at him.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching the other night. He does.
Well, that's how Boozer is. Boozer's built like an NBA veteran.
Yeah.
I was hoping somebody was going to text me and say, since Cadu transferred, I don't like him. I hate him, or something like that. Because my next question will be, if Michigan plays Duke, who are the Carolina fans?
Oh, they're pulling for Michigan. There's no doubt about
Well, I
that.
could tell by Lenny's comment, yes, that way. But I just wondered if you have hatred for Cadu.
I don't.
Yeah,
I really don't.
Well, it's like when Jeremy Roach
I
left
wouldn't.
Duke and went to Baylor.
But you're correct.
I would pull for him unless they were playing against
Yeah.
Duke, which they
That's
did.
right.
They did
Yeah,
play
they
against
did.
Duke last
They
year.
did.
But
That's
any
right.
other time, I'd pull for him.
right. Yeah.
But you're correct, David. There's probably a lot that don't like him because he did, but I don't.
Now, if he went public and said something negative about
That's different.
Carolina,
Yeah.
then you don't. Then you're not going to like him. But
He did it for money.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Oh,
did. I don't
yeah.
know what kind of raise did he get, but I mean,
I don't
Carolina
know.
had the option to
Well,
match that. I
from
would
what
think.
I understood, and I don't know
Wouldn't
how,
you?
I don't know how correct that is, but what I heard, there was a set amount, and they wouldn't agree to it. So he went out the door. Now the mother denied that, but I believe that was the case.
Yeah.
the weird thing to me is how much better he's played at Michigan than he played at Carolina. I don't know if it's just the team around him, the coaching. I don't know what it is, but he seems to be playing great right now.
What I watched last night, I didn't see a whole lot of that game, but he played good.
I always thought he was the weak link on Carolina's team.
How tall is he?
Not real,
not
6'1",
tall.
maybe.
Not real
Not
tall.
real
I didn't
tall.
even know he was. I thought he was under 6. I thought he might be under 6 feet.
There's not much of
Well,
it.
his 6'1"
Whatever's
guy
listed.
looks
Yeah.
extra
I guess,
small
yeah.
when they're out there with the. I mean, Michigan's got some
Got-
giants.
Yeah, big team.
But well, I mean, Caleb Love, when he left and went to Arizona, I don't think Carolina had any animosity toward him.
No.
Butch says, I thought the move to the 2-3 zone was great coaching move by
agree.
Duke.
Oh, yeah.
I agree, Butch. I think it's time too. Shires had great players.
I was just worried
But
about it from the way
Shire
they were
had
burying
better.
threes.
Yeah.
Shire, and this is a Carolina guy saying this.
He does a lot more than Coach K did his last 5 or 6 or 8 years.
I agree.
Coach K just kind of let him play
Just let
there
him
toward the
play.
end.
Yeah.
But Shire is actually coaching.
He
yeah.
is.
Yeah, he's gone to the zone a couple times, and it's helped him win
Changes
difficult games.
It's changed the rhythm. You know, whether it was because of the zone, it worked.
Yeah.
You know, it's
It also saves Boozer and some of those guys. It gives them a little bit of rest.
right, correct. I agree with you. Now, I think he's done and I mean, I'm a Carolina man, but I think he's done a superb job. He's
Well,
done
don't you
a
think-
good job, and I think he's got good staff members beside him that are. He's letting them have input
Yeah.
in his decisions.
He's going to lose one of them, who's going to become the head coach at Belmont University, which they lost one last year at this time, didn't they?
Jay Lucas
Jay
left,
Lucas went to Miami
during the tournament.
even before the NCAA tournament started.
That's right.
All right, Lenny, don't look. I'm gonna give my lyrics as we take our first time out here this morning. And I will go ahead and tell you guys this part, which will help you some. It's either late 80s or early 90s, so it's not back in the 60s
Wow,
and
you
70s.
You went 90s on me.
I haven't went yet.
Okay.
Oh, life. It's bigger. It's bigger than you. Back in a moment.
Make 2026 the year you finally move into your new dream home from Key Builders of Lincoln. Go online at mykeybuilders.com and check out their many floor plans. Locally owned and operated and serving this area for 24 years. Yes, serving the Piedmont of North and South Carolina. That's Key Builders, 1459 North Aspen Street in Lincoln. Your key to your new home is waiting for you from Key Builders in Lincoln.
How would you like to be your own contractor? Stop in at Bliss Buildings and Tiny Homes in Cherryville and see Robert or Hunter. 5 years in business and the only engineer stamp AutoCAD design shed to home conversions. They know the North Carolina Residential Code and will build your county permit package. On-site, built 2-bedroom, 2-bath with a true sleeping loft, multiple designs, cottages, cabins, studio apartments. Bliss Buildings and Tiny Homes at 2268 Lincoln Highway, Cherryville. Open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Call 704-727-8774. Open Sundays by schedule appointments only. Follow them on Facebook.
Buying a Bobcat is now easier than ever at West End Sales in Vale. Now get 0% APR financing. That means low monthly payments. Or you can get $1,200 instant rebates on selected models. Now is the time to buy. Like we said, it's easier than ever. Again, get 0% APR financing or get $1,200 instant rebate on selected Bobcat models at West End Sales at the Highway 1827 West intersection in Vale. Online at westendsales.com and like them on Facebook too.
Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Piedmont of North and South Carolina since 1919. Sure, they deliver to your home with home heating oils. They'll help keep you warm, but they do a whole lot more. They feature bulk fuel delivery, on-site and commercial fueling, backup generator fueling, and farm and agricultural fueling. For home or business or farms, call on Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln, 704-735-2508. Online at rhodesandbill.com, located at 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Like them on Facebook too.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Call Mooney Insurance in Maiden or East Lincoln Insurance in Denver or visit mooneyinsurance.com.
Dr. John Clonger III, native and Lincoln High School graduate who attended UNC Dental School at Chapel Hill. In 1993, he graduated and returned home to practice with his father Les Cloninger and Uncle Robert Truman Cloninger. Dr. John Clonger III has maintained a private practice for 32 years and hasn't yielded to the corporate landscape. Dr. John Clonger III would like to thank all of his wonderful patients for their loyalty. Dr. John Clonger III and Dr. Aaron Hebner are taking new patients. They take most insurances and especially Delta Dental. Call for appointments today at 704-735-0765. Go Wolves!
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County since 1940. And as it has been from the beginning, customer service is a priority to First Federal Savings Bank. They want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, the products, and the services that the larger banks have, but with hometown people that you see throughout your community. Stop in and visit one of their 4 convenient locations and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Couple of things rolling in here. 2 correct answers on the lyrics this morning. Rodney Willis, Butch Parker have them correct here this morning.
Yeah, I don't know how old Rodney is, but I would say that might be in his wheelhouse.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. He's a little bit younger than I am. I say a little bit. It might be 8 or 10 years, maybe more. I don't know. Well, I know he's 9 years younger than me. I can tell you that right now. He's 9 years younger than me, and he'll know exactly how I came up with that. I would think anyway. Here we go. One more time. Old Life.
Oh, I know.
It's bigger. How'd you figure it out?
I don't know.
It just hit you?
Yeah.
It's bigger than you, and you are not me. The lengths that I will go, the distance in your eyes. Oh, I've said too much. I set it up.
Said enough. Yeah.
Yep. Who is it?
REM.
REM, the University of Georgia band.
Coming
out of Athens. And
that's right.
I already got off of it. What's the name of that song, Brett? Losing My Religion.
Losing My Religion.
Yep. Good job, Rodney and Butch, this morning. I
Butch,
like
that's even
all
out
their
of his
stuff.
league.
I like all their stuff, but
Yeah, I do too.
that's definitely one of my, probably the one that got me lit.
I like my orange.
Was that their
Crush.
first hit?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But
I think that's the one that got me. They even do that. What's that song? Started with an earthquake.
Yeah,
I know you don't like
terrible
it, Brett,
song.
but yeah.
How about Orange Crush?
Yeah. We'll make Brett tell us his favorite REM song.
Michael Stipe.
It might take him. It might take him a while. Yes.
Different.
No, he's done. He's done give it.
Did he?
He hadn't said it.
You've mentioned Hootie. They mentioned Michael Stipe in one of their songs.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Which?
Let Her Cry.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
I think
go listen to that after the show. You'll hear him say. He says Stipe. He doesn't say Michael Stipe.
Okay. Maybe that's why I didn't pick up on it. But is it positive, negative, neutral? What's the?
I think they were fans.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know.
I just checking. Lenny, we got this is really great because I know it's not great that Carolina's making a coaching change, but it's something that we'll talk about until there is a move. Who is the leading candidate? Is there one?
I don't really know for sure. I hear names mentioned, but I don't really know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking they're waiting. I still think there's people they want to talk to that are still playing.
How about Fred Hoiberg if he can learn to count to 5? Ouch. Okay, whose job?
I felt bad for him.
Is it the official's job to make sure?
Nope.
They're only counting if there's 6, correct?
Mm-hmm. Well, they're counting, but they can or cannot. They're not obligated to warn you, but a lot of them do say, looking over there and give you got 6 on the court there, coach.
Now,
that to me, though, that should be you can warn them and tell them they got 6, or you can't because, I mean, it's like I heard a comparison to it yesterday in football. Guy gets up there on the line of scrimmage, he kind of looks at the referee and says, "Am I okay here?" Mm-hmm. And he'll signal for him to go back or signal that he's okay. But they don't have to do that,
right? And
that's very similar to this. But of course, I'd rather be an inch off sides than try to stop somebody with 4 defenders. Mm-hmm. But
he called it a miscommunication.
Okay, I have not seen the play yet.
Yeah.
Okay. How quick did they score on the inbounds play?
I mean, it was a long pass deep into the forecourt, and he got a layup. Correct?
Because as soon as a player noticed
I heard about it, but
how much time was left?
It was 2 or 3 minutes.
As soon as the player saw it, should he just not have fouled? If a player noticed you only got 4 defenders, should he have fouled? Because then you don't have to take a timeout. You can get the guy in. They might hit both free throws.
If they knew it.
I'd know it pretty quick if I saw it.
You correct the problem. I think what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm like you. I didn't actually. I'm like Brett. I bet I heard about it. I didn't because
it was
flipping channels so much.
It was the big talk the next morning. But I think he's a really good coach.
What was the score when it happened?
I don't know.
I know that game was tied until the last 30 seconds or so.
Yeah.
Iowa pulled away from them.
Yeah.
But so I know it was tight, but I just wondered if it
was a big bucket, and
if it changed the game.
Yeah, it did. I think.
St. John's falls to Duke, 80-75. Alabama last night. Boy, they got off to a start, didn't they? But Michigan turned things around. I think it was like maybe 11-2. You got that box up there in the square where you can keep up with the other games. It seemed like first time I saw the score, I think it was 11-2 with Alabama on top. But like Brett says, I'm not so sure at this point right now that Michigan and Arizona, can they play each other in the finals?
No.
Semifinal.
Okay.
Well, good. In a way, that's good because
Well, that means Duke, if they get there, they'd only have to beat one of them. That's the way I've been looking at it.
That's true. Yeah, I thought though that might be a classic game. Well, of course, Duke I think would be a classic game with one of those two as well. But I never like to play a team I beat in the regular season.
No.
And that would
Michigan.
That's an advantage to the other team to me. You just got more things to get up for. But it don't always happen. But I like my chances on playing them the first time, or I lost that first time when I go into that game.
There's been several teams that Duke could have played for a second time that, like Kansas, St. John's beat Kansas, and then last night UConn beat Michigan State. Those were Kansas and Michigan State are two teams that Duke.
Did you hear the?
Didn't Duke also run Illinois out of Madison Square
Last year.
Okay.
And
I remember that game, and I was still with you there for a minute.
They had
time goes by so
they were
quick.
missing half their team due to like the flu or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
But if Duke wins and Illinois wins, they'll meet in the national semifinals.
right, yeah.
Correct, yes.
But yeah, that was two totally
And you're
different
right.
teams.
They'd only have to beat Michigan or Arizona once.
Head coach at Illinois is
Brad
Underwood.
Underwood.
I mean, he's gone all European.
He's done a great job.
Everybody in his starting lineup, I think, is from Europe.
They got a lot of them.
Except for the freshman in it, Wagler.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
the only
he's
one
good.
I can think of.
He's a good one,
And I
yeah.
don't know where he's from.
Did you guys hear last night a little tidbit information about Duke? Duke
Oh, there's two really interesting
Duke
things.
has won 5 national titles. You know where I'm going with
Yeah.
this?
No, beat
Yeah.
St. John's every year.
Beat St. John's every
On the
year.
way to it.
Yeah. So that's a good omen for them.
Four of them, they beat them in the regular season. Back when they used to play them
Right, they did.
during the season. Only one of them did they
But
beat them
still,
in the
that's
tournament.
just an odd stat.
Well, what about the one where the team that eliminated Mount St. Mary's in the first round didn't win it that year, but went on to win it the next year? All 4 times Mount St. Mary's has made the tournament.
So who is this team?
Duke beat Mount St. Mary's last year in the first round. That's even
If they
more
win
weird.
it, it's really going to be weird. If Duke wins this national title, that it happened again.
Everybody be wanting to play St. Mary's
Yeah.
lined up.
last year. Go back and put it where we played
I'd go ahead
St.
and play
Mary's
them.
last year.
I'd go ahead and play them next year just to be
Just to know you
ahead.
get that next one.
Yeah, just to be ahead. That is weird. I just wonder how many teams you could look at that have won titles that had something in common. You know what I mean?
It's very
And that, to me, that one's weirder than the
That
St.
is so
John's
weird,
thing.
yeah.
Every time Mount St. Mary's has made the tournament, the team that put them out didn't win it that year, but won it the year after.
Did any mid-major
And it's 4 or 5
coach, you think,
times.
in this tournament, by the way their team played, set himself up for a big-time job?
I'm sure. Oh, you're talking about a coach?
Yeah.
I'm sure there are. I thought you were going to say a player because there'll be some players go
Oh, yeah.
take a step up
absolutely.
too.
I'm
But
just thinking. But, you know, that's the way it often works, you know.
Well, Jerry McNamara, he
Yeah.
had the one really good game against Duke with Siena, and now he's Syracuse's new coach. But
yeah, didn't take long.
I
Did
think
it?
that might have been in the works
I
before.
think that's going to happen anyway.
He could have lost by 30 in that game, and still he was. I
I
think
think
he was
that's
the
a
front
good
runner.
fit for
I think so.
Syracuse.
Yeah.
I thought he'd get it last time, but I didn't realize that the other guy had been there longer. And I
Autry.
think that's why Autry got it. It was McNamara was third.
I just
in
hope
line.
that didn't destroy their program,
Yeah,
and it's there's no coming back from it because I mean they've been awful.
they have.
Yeah.
Who had Q's?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have.
And I like McNamara, and it's good. I like to see Syracuse be competitive.
Speaking of Orange Crush,
yeah, it'd be nice to have another ACC team be relevant.
I agree.
Now, who is the coach at St. Louis?
John Schertz.
SCHERZ. Am I saying
Yeah,
that right?
Schertz.
I don't know if that's how.
He had one of my favorite players.
Yeah,
Villa.
Yeah,
the rec ball player.
Your red ball.
The-
Looks like he ought to be in a rec league.
Cream Abdul-Jabbar.
Cream. I like that. I saw that name.
'Cause he had like 5 or 6 different nicknames. They were all pretty good.
He
But
was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
wore the goggles.
Yeah.
Who's the best player in this tournament? That might require some thought, right?
I don't know.
I don't either.
It's hard
I don't
to say.
either. I don't either. I think
All the teams.
I try to. think of somebody from Arizona, but they're just so balanced.
Yeah, they're so balanced.
Who was the guy I heard them projecting to be the one pick? I think the projections I saw had Boozer being the second pick, but somebody else. But who would?
Well, the top two are out.
I can't remember who it is.
DeBonsta and
That's
Peterson
it.
from Kansas.
I think it's
Those are going to be most likely the top
Nate
two.
Ament from,
He's a top 5
he's definitely going to be a first round.
He's a lottery pick, yeah.
Lottery pick.
He's really thin. I like Tennessee's point guard, Gillespie.
I do
He's really
too.
good.
He's tough.
Gillespie. I'll never forget.
See, and supposedly,
Is this draft thick?
maybe this what.
Oh,
Car-
yeah.
maybe
I
this
mean,
what
the
Carolina was thinking.
Lindenborg might be the best player in it from
But
Michigan.
I heard Gillespie was. Maybe that's why Cadeau. Because the rumor I heard was Gillespie is coming to Carolina, but you better have that locked up before you let Cadeau walk
Yeah.
out the door. And
Where
he's a
was he last
He's a
year?
Tennessee native.
Was he at Tennessee last
He
year,
was
or did he
Maryland.
move? Oh,
So
okay.
Maryland had the coaching change. Willard went to Villanova. Then Gillespie went into portal.
Mike, you are always so quick to criticize football coaches for making that change, walking out the door and going somewhere else. I've never heard you criticize a basketball coach for doing it.
I don't know. I'm criticizing Will Wade. We'll criticize him.
Yeah.
1 year, come on. I mean,
But I do wonder if there's more to that,
could be.
you know, that maybe he didn't get everything at NC State. that
I think he
wanted.
just feels like LSU's home to him.
Yeah.
And he's got a chance to go back, and that's where he wants to be.
I don't know why. It shouldn't be that hard to win there because there's a lot of athletes in state, and most of them want to stay home like they do on their football team. But for some reason, I mean, SEC's loaded still.
Well-
In basketball, how many teams made the tournament?
10 or 12.
Well, what you said, Brett, and I'm going to add on to this. That's home, and I also think this. Do you think maybe he's wanting to try to undo
Yeah,
how
probably.
he left too? You know, with his, what's the word, his aura that he carries with him, you know, that I'm going there to.
Why did he leave?
At LSU, he was told to leave, pretty much what I
Really?
Because.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then I can't really blame him at all then.
So I think that might
Well,
be.
he was.
It was that whole FBI
recruiting
investigation.
violations or something,
Yeah,
wasn't
and
it?
he was in our FBI wiretap. That's ultimately what got
Yeah.
Sean
It was
Miller
the
at Arizona,
wiretap.
too.
Yeah, it was the wiretap.
Who has also done a good job.
He was doing illegal things that now are legal, and he got fired. But they know he can coach, and they know he can
coach.
bring talent to LSU, and it's a good fit.
Yeah,
Now, before I.
And Sean Miller's a great coach. I don't know if
you can coach.
Yeah, he is.
It's like-
he really is.
Kelvin Sampson, there was some baggage with him years ago, but
But
the guy
nothing
can
that's
coach.
not legal now.
Right.
It's all legal now. But
Yeah.
And if he wasn't at the age he is, if I was Carolina, that's somebody I would be looking at, but I don't think they want to bring in a coach at that age. And I think Kelvin Sampson is
Well,
at Houston till he
Why not? It
retires.
would kind of
Probably.
They've got another 70-somethinger as their football coach. So
Well,
what the heck?
And with Kelvin Sampson, I guess his son is going to be
He's
the
coaching
replacement
lately, kinda like Pearl.
at Houston. So that's another reason he's probably not going to leave there
Hey,
because
how about Bruce Pearl, Lenny?
I don't see him.
brings
I'm not
brings
big-
a little baggage of his
I'm
own.
not a big
but
fan of him either, but
but-
if we throw them up in the air, Pearl, Oates, come on, Pearl. But that's because of but. And Oates is probably who they'll hire.
Are
I've
you
said all this.
convinced? Are you convinced?
They're going outside the
Yeah.
Nope,
family.
I'm not.
That's my next.
I'm
Okay.
not.
Okay. Who are those leading
They don't
candidates?
have anybody left.
Stackhouse.
I'm on
Yeah.
Express. That's
I
who
mean,
I think.
How
about Kenny
but
Smith?
I think they're
Kenny Smith
waiting.
don't want to do that. I don't think.
and he's never
got
coached.
too
Never
good a gig.
coached. He never coached.
I think they're waiting to see. I think they got some people in mind that might be still playing. And then if it don't work out, then I could see Stackhouse. And then they say, well, like we said, we stayed. It's the Carolina. Well, it wasn't the first choice, but we're staying in the family. They never say that.
I think some other guys are going to have to turn them down before it gets to Stackhouse.
I find like you.
Who's turned him down so far? Brad Stevens, of course.
Stevens, yeah.
Celtics.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, but they didn't. I mean, they didn't offer him the job.
Right,
He
they're
just
not.
he just said he
And
wasn't
And you know
interested.
what? That might have just came because media
Yeah,
asked
yeah.
him. It may not be because Carolina called him. It might be
approach him. You're correct.
And that happens a lot. That everybody assumes
that just wouldn't have been right. He just reminds me too much of John Shire that wouldn't have been right to me. Yeah.
I know.
I mean, they look a little bit alike, but they carry themselves the same way. It's just a lot of similarities.
I think you got to start with Florida. Have they looked at him yet?
I've heard some talk.
Golden.
That's the
first
one.
Florida was Billy Donovan.
Yeah,
that was talked
I've heard
about
him too, but I mean, he's getting what 10, 12 million.
To me, if I'm Todd Golden at Florida, I don't. Why would you leave? That's the thing. That's the thing to me.
He's already established.
Yeah,
he's won 2 titles, right? Did he coach them for both of the titles?
No, they just won one.
One. That's right. This would have been 2.
Donovan's won 2.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's hard to do, and it's proven again.
I mean, the money's probably going to be similar.
I don't know where Todd Golden's from or where he played college or anything, but
he could fit in as one of the players.
Unless he's just from North Carolina, I don't see why he'd leave.
I'm not on the inside, but I think when I say they're sitting here waiting, I think one of those is Lloyd.
Yeah.
And I'm not even sure he'd even entertain. He made a statement the other day, I'm laser focused on Arizona, but he didn't say no either. Mm-hmm. If you're not interested, you just say, I'm not interested. And then,
I think Mark Few.
And then you said Mark Few. Here's another reason. If not Mark Few, Roy Williams and Mark Few are good friends.
Yeah.
He might, with Lloyd there, he'd say, look, that might be a spot you want to look. Steve Robinson was a 4-year assistant under Lloyd after Roy stepped down.
Yeah.
Vasar played for him.
Who are the assistants for Hubie? I know Sean May is one, right?
Yeah, Sean May. Marcus Page went to UNC Charlotte yesterday with Wes Miller.
Who did?
Marcus Page.
Okay. Yeah, neither one of those would have been candidates.
I don't think there's but one guy on the staff that could take it, and they're not going to let them hire him because of the name, Brad Frederick.
Yeah.
They're not going.
I don't know.
Let him
Explain to us why.
I think he's the. I think he's the X&O guy.
No, but I'm talking about why would they not?
He's not
because he's the X&O.
Ain't big enough name. I think
just because he ain't big enough name.
Big enough name.
That's my so they need to make a splash. Is that what you're saying? They need to make a splash.
Well, I think that's. The movers and shakers are saying that. It might not be the right decision, but I think the movers and shakers are wanting to.
I like Hubert Davis as a person.
Yeah.
I know he said he wants to coach again, but for his sake, I hope he doesn't. Because I think he just needs to go back to TV. And, I mean,
well, if he goes to a smaller school,
how much he's aged in these 5 years.
He better win.
Yeah.
I mean, because the expectations are going to be, we hired you now to win, and Lenny, I mean, you've talked about it, Lenny. I just don't think he makes good adjustments during the game. He's probably a good preparer, everything you can do, because that's easier to learn, I think, and do all that. But when you're put on the spot and it's time to do something to stop them from scoring or time to change something so we can score or whatever it may be, I think that's his weakness. And I don't know, how old is he now? I don't know if you can get out of that. I don't know if you can get out of that. 55?
Still not old at all.
Here you go, 40 years old. Will be 41 in July. Went to
that's Todd Golden.
Yep, went to college at St. Mary's College of California.
Okay, St. Mary's.
Got a Bruce Pearl background.
Yep,
he was assistant Pearl.
Sunny Slope High School. Don't know where that is, but I'm guessing that might be California too. Since I don't, I'm surprised he's 40. He doesn't look 40. But evidently he can coach.
And just like you said about Frederick, why not? They want to make a bigger splash, but sometimes the one right in your face is the one that maybe should be something.
Yeah.
Just like Todd Golden came, San Francisco? Yep. He had a good reputation, but, they took a chance on a guy.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I guess my question is, if you're, Carolina's got, I hate to say this, Lenny, because people are going to hammer me. They got to get back on the map.
Yeah,
they got to get back on the map. So the first thing to do is make a splash in the coaching hire, because that might get you 1 to 2 big recruits. It might, it may not. I don't know. But I mean, it's not going to hurt
Yeah, I mean,
to
you go with
get
the guy
a
you're
big name
talking about,
coach.
he's not known, even though he may be a heck of a coach.
No, that's what I say. I think he needs. They're not going to. I just don't think they're going to go the route of somebody that don't have at least had head coaching experience.
Yeah.
And Frederick
They're
has
not.
not had it.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. You know.
Yeah, at this point, you just can't do that. You have to get
Exactly.
You have to get somebody that's established.
The only one I
would
see
think
on,
so.
on in house would be Stackhouse.
Yeah.
But I think they, like you said.
And where is he right now?
He's somewhere Golden State now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Golden State.
He was at Vanderbilt.
So he was at Vanderbilt as a head coach?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was the head
5 years.
coach.
I didn't realize it was that long. But
Well, wouldn't that just be continuing this whole thing of the Dean Smith coaching tree?
Yeah, that's
Which
what
has
it
hadn't, obviously it was a big success with Roy, but after that, it hadn't been all that great.
But I'm gonna go
Remember
back.
Matt Doherty?
I'm gonna go back to something that both of you.
And
have
Roy was already established
He
as
was
one of the
already-
one of the best coaches in the
Right.
country.
That's right, Kansas.
I'm gonna go back to something you two said. You said, would Mark Few be in? David, you said a few minutes ago, would they need to make a big splash, even if it's short term? That might be the Mark Few purpose. He's 63 years old,
Yeah.
but he could come in.
Yeah.
That would be a big splash.
Yeah.
He could come in for 2, 3 years, 4,
Yeah.
and then that could lead to whoever the next one is.
And
He
he's
could
ne-
also bring a staff that would have their next coach after him
That's right.
in waiting.
Let me ask you this,
true.
Lenny. I mean, just a couple of days ago, Wes Miller, who at one time was thought to be part of that tree, he's now going to Charlotte.
That ended a while
My
back.
feelings on that is, and you heard me say this 5 years
Cincinnati
ago. He ought to have
bombed
been
out.
he ought to have been the coach to start with. That was my first choice, but you couldn't hire him after he got fired at Cincinnati. They
Yeah,
weren't going to.
they weren't any good.
But
No,
and we might have been here 5 years later with Wes Miller, the same way.
Same
I
way.
can't predict that, but he was my first choice at the time.
Does every day this guy wakes up, does he say, I wasn't that bad?
Who?
Matt Doherty. I mean,
I know.
I'm just saying that. I mean,
Well, it ruined his career.
he wasn't really a bad coach. He
No.
just couldn't. He just
Hey,
Well,
drilled the
Who-
players too
this
much.
is-
Who had the 8
He was
and
like a,
20 season?
that was
he
him.
did.
Matt Doherty.
This is
But he also had
But-
a 25-win season.
Yeah, I was going to say that wasn't his last season. It was
no.
yeah.
This is
Yeah.
what somebody said the other day. This was even before before the Hubert Davis thing came down, but they were confident it was going to come down. This one guy said, Hubert Davis, because this guy was always saying he's going to be fired. Is going to be fired or he's going to step down because of basketball issues. A basketball. He said, this is not like Matt Doherty. It was more than
Personality.
basketball.
Because he was
Sound
people
like-
didn't like him.
He tried to be a drill sergeant or
Yeah.
something, and
Well, Matt wanted
that's
to,
not today's
He
kids.
wanted to get away. He wanted to have his own brand on it. I mean, he switched secretaries for the basketball office, and he wanted to get away. He didn't want to live in the shadow of Dean.
Dean.
Might have been more to that, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Changed secretary. He brought in an entirely different staff.
Different
no
staff,
Carolina
no
connections.
Carolina connection.
And he could have done himself well if he'd at least kept somebody.
I think you're right.
But he's the one that brought in May and Felton
That's
and
right. He
McCants,
did a
right?
heck of a job
Yeah.
recruiting.
Yeah, but that's also the same group that walked into the chancellor's office
Yeah,
after that first year and said, "We're leaving."
yeah.
Yeah. if you don't-
And Sean May's daddy was one of the big. I can't think of his name. That played Indiana.
Yeah.
But he was one of the big influence on that. We're going out the door, and
That's right.
God,
And you
why
should-
can't I
and you
remember
should
his
live-
name? I mean, he was
Scott?
on the national Scott.
Scott
and
May.
you shouldn't dictate hiring a coach based on players' decision. But it didn't help because of things that Doherty had done.
But you know what? It
staff-wise.
ruined his career because he had it going on at Notre Dame. He could have
Right.
had that job. He was doing good at Notre Dame, which is a big-time job.
Get those lyrics ready, Mike Powell. Brett's staying with us the whole time. We'll let him go last today. But it's still up in the air. Still big. Well, I still want to go through all the scores from last night. And what we're going to do while Mike's looking for his lyrics, what we're going to do before the show goes off is maybe rank the Elite Eight. Rank the Elite Eight. What you got, Mike?
Fee, fee, fi, fi, fo, fo, fum.
There you go. I know how that starts. I just have to think of what the song is. I know the start, though. Back in a moment.
Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Piedmont of North and South Carolina since 1919. Sure, they deliver to your home with home heating oils. They'll help keep you warm, but they do a whole lot more. They feature bulk fuel delivery, on-site and commercial fueling, backup generator fueling, and farm and agricultural fueling. For home or business or farms, call on Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln, 704-735-2508. Online at rhodesandbill.com, located at 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Like them on Facebook, too.
Buy more, save more at Lebo's Shoes, Western, and Dance. Check out your favorite brands from Ariat, Brooks, Wrangler, and more. Buy 2 clearance items and get 20% off. Buy 3 clearance items and get 30% off. Buy 4 or more clearance items and get 40% off the lowest marked price. Stop by any of their 7 store locations, including their new store at 2128 North Carolina Highway 16 Business in Denver in the West Point Shops. Hours Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sundays, 12 to 6 p.m. Shop online at lebos.com.
Get up to $3,000 off select Polaris off-road vehicles at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell, or get financing as low as 1.99% APR for 36 months. But that's not all. Get up to $1,500 bonus bucks on new Honda Pioneer, Prowler, Talon models, and rev up the new year with the new Slingshot. Get $1,000 customer cash, or financing as low as 1.99% for 36 months with no money down at Full Throttle Power Sports. 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County since 1940. And as it has been from the beginning, customer service is a priority to First Federal Savings Bank. They want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, the products, and the services that the larger banks have, but with hometown people that you see throughout your community. Stop in and visit one of their 4 convenient locations and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Call Mooney Insurance in Maiden or East Lincoln Insurance in Denver, or visit mooneyinsurance.com.
Trick One Automotive in Lincoln has just expanded their tire lines. Sure, they still sell Goodyear, Kelly, and Cooper, but now they also sell Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal. They have become this area's tire headquarters. If it's round and it rolls, you'll find it at Trick One Automotive in Lincoln. And don't forget, they do all types of automotive repair. This month, get a front end alignment for just $89.95 this month only. And one more thing, Trick One Automotive Center is now a distributor for Valvoline Oil. Trick One Automotive Center, 1924 Gastonia Highway in Lincoln, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Like them on Facebook, too.
This is Creighton Kell with Kell Insurance. We have been helping people for over 25 years with all their Medicare needs. We represent the same national and local companies as the insurance agencies you see on TV. And you know what? We can sit down with you one-on-one and help you find the right plan just for you.
Kell Insurance is located beside the Cultural Center and behind Gillum Realty in downtown Lincoln. 107 North Cedar Street. Call 704-732-4646 and follow them on Facebook. Kell Insurance.
Welcome back. David, Brett, Mike, Lenny. We're going to get right back to those lyrics here to start with. Read them one more time, Mike. I got a couple of answers.
Fi, fi, fo, fo, fum. Look at Molly now. Here she comes.
Now, that one would have changed my guess, but since you had my first thought was the old Charlie Brown song.
Charlie Brown song.
You know, but while I was, I had ran to the restroom, it hit me, it came to my mind, and we got several people here with it. Richard,
Richard
Rodney,
came up with that one too. Okay.
Richard, Rodney, and I thought I had another one here.
Did Butch get that one?
Richard says, "Devil with the
Where's
blue
Ned
dress."
at?
Well, Ned's. I'll tell you what Ned said here in just a minute. Yep, devil with the blue dress. Rodney says. Actually, Rodney says, "Is it Charlie Brown?" That was my first thought. Right. Rodney, it could have been either. That's a good one. Whenever you got when you got lyrics that start either way, but I guess more fitting for basketball would be the blue dress than Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown would probably fail in an attempt to get to the Final Four.
I don't think he could make a shot.
And Ned said, "Look at Betty, here we come. Here she comes. Look at Betty here." Is that part of that?
Well,
is that the
look
next
at
line?
Molly now. Yeah. Here she comes.
Molly, okay, Molly.
Not Betty.
It was Black Betty.
Betty.
And Molly
Black
was
Betty. Lamb.
Who sang that, Mike? Might as well throw it in there. Ram Jam. That goes
One
back to
Wonder.
Wasn't that their name? Ram Jam?
I think it was. It sounds like a car commercial or something. Oh man. Mike, that's okay. Mike's got on Western there for a minute. I thought he was hammering NC State and had on some LSU attire over there for a minute. Said, "Here's what you get, State. Look at this." There's, is State named their coach?
Tell Brad he threw out a couple of names a while ago.
Yeah, the guy at St. Louis.
Yeah.
Justin Gainey.
And Justin Gainey, an assistant at Tennessee, who played at State.
Played both of them did? Or
just Gainey.
Okay.
He's the associate head coach at Tennessee, which he might be in line to get that Tennessee job once Barnes retires. So I don't know but you don't know how much longer Barnes is going to be there either. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Barnes is what, mid-60s anyway?
No, he's 70.
He's older than that.
73. I looked the other day. I'm like you. I was curious.
He's ancient.
How many? Okay. Let's compare Barnes for a minute.
Rick Barnes has been coaching a long time.
Rick Barnes has been. This will be his third trip to the.
He had a big long
Elite
stint
Eight.
at Clemson too, didn't he?
Is it? Well, I think about Texas.
Yeah, Clemson, then Texas,
Yeah.
then Tennessee, all orange.
He did not get to the Elite Eight 3 times with either of those teams. Did he go at all?
With who? He went
Texas.
He went to the Final Four.
He made
Texas
a Final
one
Four.
time.
Final Four with
One
Texas
time.
one time.
That's the only time he's been. One time.
But not to the Elite Eight 3 in a row. This is 3 in a row, right?
It's 3 in a row at
That's
Tennessee.
pretty
Correct.
And what was his best year at Clemson?
I don't know.
I was just wondering. I mean,
I don't know. He had some pretty good teams, and then he made the jump. That was a
How about
stepping stone.
How about Brownell?
I got no. Go ahead, Brett.
Sweet 16 was the furthest he went at Clemson.
Okay.
He was only there 4 years.
4 years.
Okay.
He was at Texas much longer. A Sweet 16, a Final Four, Sweet 16, an Elite 8, Elite 8. Yeah, that was it.
I heard him say this morning because I was riding in. They said that he was 7 years. He went out in the first or second round at Texas, and that was kind of the. But now he said, now I wonder what Texas had been thinking since they let him go till now. Is what he was saying was now Sean Miller because.
Well, I think Texas overachieved this year. I think they overachieved in the tournament.
Yeah, he really hadn't. Miller hadn't really got his players in there yet because that was a late hire too.
Well, Tennessee's definitely been better than Texas since Rick Barnes left and went to Tennessee.
That's true.
He had 2 rough years to start at Tennessee, but they've been pretty solid since
First 2
then.
years. That's what they were telling today. The first 2 years, and then he's been there 11 years.
Wow.
Don't seem like he's been there that long.
Yeah.
I bet he wouldn't have those 2 rough 2 years now in today's world.
Well,
getting
and
who
well,
you want,
and the
as
guys
long as
on
he's
the-
established,
And the guys on the radio this morning were saying the first 2 years were rough, but said there were issues going on. Now, they didn't elaborate what those issues were, so I don't know, if
He's
player hanger-oners or something from the past, that you had
he's
to
won
deal with.
68% of his games at Tennessee.
68.
He won 69% at Texas.
He's been a consistent winner. He just,
All right, here we go. Duke 80-75 over St. John. To me, I know I'll sound like a homer, but that was just a classic game.
It was.
I think.
It was.
I mean, it was a classic game. You couldn't ask for anything more except for
more
that to be
points than I
something.
thought there were going to be.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Alabama jumped out to a big lead, but they lose to Michigan 90-77. Michigan State, I hate it for Izzo because I'm really a Tom Izzo fan, but they got off to a horrible start.
Yeah, it was
horrible start last night.
20-point deficit early.
Are they not just always slow, just big and slow? I mean, is that like the years that
And
like
you know
the year
what?
Carolina just blew them out in the Final Four in the championship
Most
game?
of his
they were
players
just,
come within a 100-mile radius
Yeah.
of Michigan State University.
They always got a
Likes
good
to
point
have
guard,
those.
but the people around him were just big and slow. It just
Yeah. And they didn't meet. They went 0-2 against Michigan, didn't they? Maybe 0-3.
They did.
Maybe 0-3. I don't know who.
Please 0-2. I don't think they
2-2.
played in the
Okay.
conference tournament. I don't
But
think.
yeah,
But they did lose.
Yeah,
though.
they were outmanned.
yeah, UCLA knocked them out of the conference
Right.
tournament.
That sounds weird too.
They lost to Michigan by 10 once and 12
Yep.
once.
Yep.
I
watched that last regular season game, part of
On
it.
Sunday afternoon, wasn't it, David?
It
I
was.
like you. I watched that.
Yep, it was. Yep. Also, it was Michigan State, as we just said. That slow start, the final score was 67-63. UConn the winner. And then Tennessee, I mean, a tight game at halftime, had a 2-point lead, but they spread it out and win 76-62. So I tell you, we won't rank. Just give me your Final Four. Whoever wants to go first, just give me your Final Four.
Arizona and Michigan. I don't
Yeah,
see
without
either one of them
question.
losing.
Arizona, Michigan.
Well, one of them's got to.
No, they're both.
No,
they're both gonna be in the. You said the Final
No,
Four.
I know, but I meant the rest of the way.
I don't see them losing their next game.
Right.
I don't either.
I'm saying Arizona, Michigan, Duke. What's the other bracket?
Illinois or Iowa.
It's going to be Illinois or Iowa. The Big Ten is going to have a team in the Final Four.
Illinois.
I'm gonna go with
and
Illinois. I guess I'm going.
Felt
with
bad
them.
for
They're supposed
Nebraska.
to win, I guess.
Felt bad for Nebraska the other night.
Well, here's my thing. I think Arizona and Michigan are the two best teams. I think Duke's the third best, but I think UConn might be the fourth best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's who Duke's got to play. So the Duke UConn game is a toss up to me.
Yeah.
I'll take Illinois to beat Iowa, but Iowa, they're really well coached. They're not going to beat themselves.
Who is their coach? Do you know? Anybody?
Ben McCullum.
Ben McCullum.
It's his first year.
Yeah.
But he's been at 3 schools in the last 3 years.
Oh, he might be at 4-4 after this season.
Division 2, yeah, he could. Division 2. I don't know what the Division 2 school was. Then he was at Drake for a year.
Yeah.
And then he came to Iowa. And, of course, the Sturts, the player,
He brought
followed
that,
him from
he
all
brought
three
that
places.
guard, yeah.
Bennett Sturts. And he could be a fourth.
I've
I've even heard his name mentioned a little bit.
I kind of like
Carolina, too.
Illinois because they got the size. They're about as big. Aren't they the tallest team in the country?
Illinois.
Even taller than Duke. And
I believe I heard that loud. I believe you're correct.
And their matchup is with
Iowa.
Battle of the Eyes.
this is one year where I think Arizona is not going to disappoint. They're getting to the Final Four.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Purdue if they can keep up with them or not.
Purdue is a
You know,
very
you-
experienced team.
You talked about Michigan
They
State.
both play.
Brett, go ahead.
Purdue plays a slow pace. They're going to try to slow it down.
Right.
Arizona's just, they're just so big and so good across the board. They're deep. They got, they're loaded with talent. They're the most talented team in it.
Yep.
But Purdue's got those guards that are old and been there forever, and it's kind of old against young, kind of like what Duke games are. Every round of this tournament.
What's easier for the coaching style? Is it easier to speed up a game, or is it easier to slow down the game? Or can you do either
But I
one?
think it's easier
Pretty
to
equal?
slow it down.
It's easier to slow it, especially if that's the way you play all
Right.
year, like
Yeah.
at Purdue.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Purdue on paper, they've always, kind of like you was talking about Michigan State, Purdue's always looked like big, pounding, slow guys.
Yeah.
And even their guards are not normally real athletic.
Yeah.
But
Right.
smart. But they know that's their style. That's the way.
If you're going to speed it up, you're going to have to hope for a lot of missed shots.
Right.
And Arizona's not. They don't play as fast like Alabama does. They're not that kind of team. But they do play faster than Purdue does. But, yeah.
I thought last night St. John was fast.
Yeah.
They were quick. They were fast. They were. I mean, physical. It's just physical.
Long arms.
They pressed from minute 1 to minute 40. They had pressure. I mean, they are going to press you. So, how many did they play? How many's in their rotation? Because
probably 9.
They all looked like to me when they come in, except for the guy with the
9 or
lovely
10.
hair there, whatever his name was.
He's scary looking, wouldn't he?
He was.
I've
but he could flat out play
about him all year, so he's scary looking when he comes on.
He could flat out play.
And he normally hadn't played like that, but he did last night.
He shot the 3 last night.
He made 4 out of 4.
Yeah,
4 out of 4 from 3-point range. How many threes did they hit as a team?
Way more than Duke did.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Sometime another late, it was 11. They didn't make as many in the second half.
No, the second half they did not.
They made 13 out of 32.
Okay.
And Duke made 5 out of 14.
Yeah, 13 out of 32.
I was so glad to see the North Mech kid get hot.
Oh, yeah, he made some huge shots in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
He was the player of the game for them.
Yeah,
you guys mentioned that
Isaiah Evans. Yeah,
Brett mentioned that Duke probably wouldn't have won without
Foster. I don't think they would have.
No, I don't think they would have. I mean, Caden Boozer was really struggling.
I think didn't help me with the name again. North Mac.
Isaiah
Evans. Didn't he miss his first couple shots? It seemed like it took a while before he got a bucket, but once he got one. Then
he shot unreal.
Yeah, I don't even know if
he finished 10 of 15.
Yeah,
10 of 15.
4 out of 8 threes.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, and his threes are usually pretty contested. He don't get a lot of wide open ones, but
I can't remember which.
I thought the way Foster attacked the basket in the second half was. I mean, I thought that turned the game around. They were down 10, and Foster just started going straight at his man, who he had a big size advantage over St. John's point guard. Yeah. And his composure, like Boozer was. You could tell Caden Boozer was sped up. He didn't turn the ball over a lot, but he just wasn't. He was sped up and kind of out of control, and Foster just got him under control and.
That game
they wouldn't have won it without Foster playing.
Very physical.
I think Foster's experience.
But I thought it was well officiated.
Foster would get the ball across half court and then kind of settle down and set up the offense. When Boozer was handling the ball, it was like once they broke the press, they wanted to hurry up and get to the basket and shoot. But
speaking of that game being very well officiated, I would hate to be an official at a St. John game.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't blink. You can't blink. I mean, they're fast. They're going to pressure you.
Well, every inbounds, they're right up on the ball, the inbounder. I think a couple times I thought they were reaching across the inbound line.
How many did Duke throw away? I mean,
yeah, that's what St. John's had a little stretch in each half where they created chaos, and Duke turned it over a couple times, and that's how St. John's went on a 13-0 run in the second half.
13-0, yeah.
They went from down 3 to up 10.
Yeah.
Duke,
and that's where Foster came in and
consider themselves fortunate.
Got it back under control.
Fortunate, obviously, to.
And you could tell with the way those guys' free throws look, they're not conditioned. Gongba, he shot a couple air balls on free throws. They haven't been able to run with these boots. I'm sure they've been doing.
Right. Been on the bike.
Yeah.
That's not.
All right, so we have agreed on Michigan. We have agreed on Arizona, and the third one you said was you think Duke will be there as a. Either way, the winner of that game tomorrow, Duke or UConn, they could win the title.
Kind of like what Brett
might be
said.
favored.
UConn probably the fourth best.
Yeah.
Kind of, and I look at this, I think Duke's the better team. But Duke's thin.
They are.
They could be tired.
Mm-hmm.
And you got two good coaches on the floor, so I could see UConn winning. But I really think Duke's the better team.
And Shire's done a great job, but you still got to give UConn the edge in coaching. I mean, Hurley's won 2 titles.
That's
He's been
right.
coaching
That
a lot
speaks for
longer.
itself.
Yeah, I'd feel better about Duke's chances, which I think it's 50-50
Yeah.
as it is, but I'd feel better if this was where you get that 3 to 4 day break.
Yeah.
Rather than one day.
Yeah, because at the pace that game was last night, no team could have been more winded that played the last 2 days than Duke.
Right.
Just for having to keep up with that fast pace offense and.
Well, there's never a break
might
in
help
that game.
'em.
They never had to just dribble the ball up the court with nobody on you. You know, they're on you the whole time.
And one thing they did for a change finally is get different people bringing the ball up the court.
Yeah.
Not have Carlos Boozer doing it every single time because he's
Or
tired.
Caden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caden.
They don't want Carlos bringing it up.
Yeah. What he does? Not Carlos, but it's not Caden
Cam.
either. Cam.
Yeah.
Cam. Yeah.
And that's just because the guy guarding him's not going to reach in and try to steal it. They're not going to put as much pressure because it's a big guy guarding him. But
You think Carlos could still play?
I think you could.
Nobody's going to push him around a lot.
no,
How much you think he was weighing these days? 280?
he's big.
Maybe more than that. But
Well, it's hard to tell.
he's just a big guy.
Can't really tell if he's put on much weight or not.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting match between Cam and that UConn's behemoth in there. What's his
Oh
name?
yeah, Taurus
Taurus
Reed. Yeah,
That's gonna
this is one guy that's bigger than Cam Boozer.
Bigger than Boozer.
I'd like to have been the Boozer's agent.
Duke's
this year.
had the height
Commercials
advantage
they've got.
on everybody so far, but they won't have the height advantage on UConn. Their guards are bigger.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? I don't think that Cam can jump particularly well.
No,
No,
You know,
he's not.
But how does he get so many rebounds and so many shots right at the glass? I mean, he pump fakes a lot.
Oh, he does.
he's
But-
just so
Ball
wide.
fake.
It's
Yeah,
his
I
wide
guess
body.
I guess that's it.
strong legs.
Because-
He's just
Yeah, I think
He's got his core, his lower body. He's so strong.
Yeah.
But-
The other
He's
one
not-
seems more athletic.
He's not built like a freshman. I mean, he's
Yeah.
he's built like a 28-year-old NBA player.
And where he's most dangerous, it's not the
which he'll one day be,
it's
probably.
not the first shot. Most time when he misses a shot, he gets his
Yeah.
rebound. It's that second one that that he's able to create position to get the ball to get that second
Yeah.
shot up.
Yeah.
Did you guys give me a fourth? Who's that other game? That's
I'll take Illinois over Iowa, but
Me too.
Yeah, I could see either way though.
Yeah.
and they have played. I mean, they're in the same conference. I think Illinois beat them. They only played once.
So if Duke would win, they would play the winner of that one.
Yeah, Illinois and Iowa.
They could lose if they got that far and play that team, but I'd rather be playing them, I think, than
Yeah.
either
Arizona
Arizona
or
or
Michigan, I
yeah,
would
like
say.
Brett said earlier, you can only play one of those, and that might help. Might help down the stretch.
To try to see what they did the first time those teams played. Illinois beat Iowa by 6 at Iowa.
So Illinois beat them on the road.
The one time they played, it was January 11th. So
Lots of things have changed.
yeah, 2.5 months ago.
That's another situation where I'd rather be the team at this point that lost.
Yeah.
You know, you got that little edge on you when you lose that game.
Iowa too. Now, like I say, we're not. Their mentality now is we're not going to lose. You know, they play house money to a degree. You know, they.
77-71 was that Iowa win over Nebraska on Thursday night. Illinois 65-55 over Houston. It was Purdue 79. That's a wild finish. 79-77 over Texas, and Arizona most impressive that night. 109-88 over Arkansas. And I did hear Calipari's press conference. He said, "I wanted to play anybody in it except Arizona." He said, "We're not a matchup with Arizona."
no.
He said, "We don't match up with them at all."
They don't have any size inside.
Yeah. And
yeah, Arizona scored 54 in the first half and 55 in the second.
who is the
Shot 64%.
Who are the leading candidates for Coach of the Year, college national? They do give a college national Coach of the Year, right? Who are the
Now, is
leading
that
candidates?
based on the regular season or what you
I-
do in
I don't know how
tournament?
it's determined. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question here too. I don't know either.
I don't know if the vote is.
It's
already
very
happened.
easy to
It
give
had been
national
released
Coach
or
of the
what.
Year. It'd be very easy to give it if it included the tournament, because
Yeah, you
more
just give it
often
to the
than not-
winner.
Yeah, more often than not, that guy's going to win it.
Right.
But I mean, the teams that you got to throw in there right now and think about, to me, are Iowa and Illinois. Their coaches, both, you know, for just changing everything. Texas.
Well, how about Nebraska? Made it to the Sweet 16.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'd say that would he would be a major candidate.
Yep.
If it's based on the year.
I'd say Patino would be.
Oh my,
be one of the candidates. 30-7 is what they finished.
I wonder how much of those, how many of those guys they'll have back.
Shire had to be in the mix.
I mean, he had to replace his entire starting five. Did he not?
Yeah, he did win
Every year.
ACC Coach of the Year, which I thought that was a surprise, just because the Duke coach doesn't win it
Duke
very
coach
often.
Never wins the ACC coach of the year.
You usually got a team that made a big turnaround, and that's who they give it. Like Virginia, Virginia's coach could have easily won Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year, yeah.
He could win the National Coach of the
He
Year.
could win National Coach.
He could
of the
win
Year.
national.
I agree with
I
that.
think a lot of it depends on when the voting happens. Sometimes maybe the voting's happen, but they don't release it till the Final Four.
That's
A lot of times
probably
they do
what
that
it
at the
is.
Final
That-
Four.
I bet they do it at the same time as all conference. You know.
So that's probably out the door.
Well, just like you, David, in the Times, you finally was able to get the Western Foothills Conference in there, right?
Because they played so long.
North Lincoln's long run. That's right.
Yep.
And Maidens too, of course.
Yep. We got the. I could have released the boys. I already had it.
Yeah.
But just waited to do them both at the same time. So, but yeah, that's.
Speaking of that, what about the retirement of Q Tucker? Was that a surprise to anybody, or
Nah.
that? I mean, I know her age; it could have came at any time, but I didn't know if there was speculation on that before. Or?
Yep. Q is stepping down. Who will we get? That's going to be the interesting thing. Well, not we, but who will they? Who will get that job? Because
She's been around. It's almost like a we.
I think she's done a terrific job with all the things you think you have to go through with that kind of job. You know, you're not going to please 400 plus schools. You know what I mean? Right. So, you do it.
No, and she seemed like a really caring person. There, you know, really.
I'll tell you what.
Really cared
David
about.
I think she did well.
Pleasing as many
she
people
got out
as
on
possible.
the front lines. Remember, David? We covered.
Yeah.
West
She helps at the events.
Yeah.
She's not just
she was taking up tickets and passing.
a figurehead at all. I mean,
paraphernalia.
Sitting in the press box, talking, watching games, bringing me and Mike food.
Very
at times.
visible. Yeah, very visible.
She is. She does a lot, and the most important thing to me is she cares about it. So,
yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know
for that position.
Yep. It's well, I all wondered what would happen when the legislature took over, and you know, but she stuck it out.
Yeah.
You know, I guess we're now about 3 years into that, something like that.
Yeah.
So, the foundation is continuing to make money, and that's what you want to do. So it's there in time of need. I'll say this too: we've gone from 4 to 8 champions in every sport without a flaw. Without a, you know, I mean, it may not go like you want when it comes to private schools or charter schools and stuff like that playing, and I still have my thoughts on that. But everything else has been smooth.
But just double.
Smooth.
I mean, double.
Yeah. The only thing we'd ever had that way before was football.
Yeah.
But now all the sports are that way.
I'm sure it's been rough on her staff.
Better believe it.
But yeah,
a lot more
we hadn't noticed the difference.
Yeah. And it's also amazing that they were able to get a venue where they could hold all the state final games at the same place. You know?
I love that.
Yeah. I heard a couple murmurs about playing on Wednesday or Thursday, but not much. Most people, you know, I mean, if your kid's playing or your team's playing, you're probably going to take off work that way. They let kids out of school to go. And from what I understand, the schools that were in the state, their whole student body was excused absence if they wanted to go to the game. Yeah, it should be. I mean, you might not ever get to do that again.
The only thing I see is you've still got to tweak. Like some of these regional sites are just overrun. I mean, I don't know, they're just not big enough for some of the regional finals and semis.
Well, if Cherokee's going to be in it, they need to just go ahead and book Jerry's World down in Dallas.
Jerry's World, yeah.
Because they bring a crowd.
But it's been very successful and well attended. Because I was up at LR for that one, and And Brett went to a couple of those up there.
Mm-hmm.
Great arena, LR, but I mean,
maybe they can move Cherokees across the state line into Tennessee.
Well, there'll be a lot of 2A teams with
Thompson Bowling Arena.
Weren't they 2A, Brett? Yeah. Cherokee 2A. There'll be a lot of teams go for that. A lot of those 2A teams. So yeah, that'll be all right. We don't have to have Cherokee in our bracket. I want to say they won the state championship like 75-15 was the final score, something like that in that final game. It's just they're just dominant.
David, you were mentioning academies and charter schools. They did dominate in basketball and football. The 1A, 2A, pretty much.
The one that bothered me the most was what was the school, Brett?
Queens Grant.
Queens Grant winning over Warren County.
Yeah,
by like 25 points, and Queens Grant had beat the 8A champ during the regular season.
That's right,
West Charlotte. That's one of the things. I checked it out the other day. I think that there are plenty of schools if they would just do 3 classes. Like I said, don't change conferences. Leave the conferences like they are. Let the charters and all play in those conferences for travel purposes.
For the playoff.
When you get the playoffs, give them 3 classes of their own.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
why not?
A little bit more work. You got to get another venue, let them play, separate, I think. But other than that,
it's really tough on the public schools in 1A and 2A. I think is
Butch says back to the Q Tucker subject. It will change dramatically with Q gone. The legislature will completely take over. Q was a powerful leader.
Yeah,
Q was a powerful leader. Yep, I think so too. Did everybody like her? No. Is there anybody in position of power at a company or anything like that everybody likes?
Nope.
Absolutely not. Right. Absolutely not.
You're looking at
if you please,
400 schools, ADs, coaches. Oh yeah.
But you knew where her values were at. She's trying to do the best thing. That's.
Is it Brett's turn?
Yeah.
Must be.
With the lyrics, here we go.
I know it's late.
I know you're weary. Back in a moment.
Make 2026 the year you finally move into your new dream home from Key Builders of Lincoln. Go online at mykeybuilders.com and check out their many floor plans. Locally owned and operated and serving this area for 24 years. Yes, serving the Piedmont of North and South Carolina. That's Key Builders, 1459 North Aspen Street in Lincoln. Your key to your new home is waiting for you from Key Builders in Lincoln.
How would you like to be your own contractor? Stop in at Bliss Buildings and Tiny Homes in Cherryville and see Robert or Hunter. 5 years in business and the only engineer stamp AutoCAD design shed to home conversions. They know the North Carolina Residential Code and will build your county permit package. On-site, built 2-bedroom, 2-bath with a true sleeping loft, multiple designs, cottages, cabins, studio apartments, Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes at 2268 Lincolnton Highway, Cherryville. Open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Call 704-727-8774. Open Sundays by schedule appointments only. Follow them on Facebook.
Buying a Bobcat is now easier than ever at West End Sales in Vail. Now get 0% APR financing. That means low monthly payments. Or you can get $1,200 instant rebates on selected models. Now is the time to buy. Like we said, it's easier than ever. Again, get 0% APR financing or get $1,200 instant rebate on selected Bobcat models at West End Sales at the Highway 1827 West intersection in Vail. Online at westendSales.com and like them on Facebook too.
Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Piedmont of North and South Carolina since 1919. Sure, they deliver to your home with home heating oils. They'll help keep you warm, but they do a whole lot more. They feature bulk fuel delivery, on-site and commercial fueling, backup generator fueling, and farm and agricultural fueling. For home or business or farms, call on Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln, 704-735-2508. Online at rhodesandbill.com, located at 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Like them on Facebook too.
untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Call Mooney Insurance in Maiden or East Lincoln Insurance in Denver or visit mooneyinsurance.com.
Dr. John Clonger III, native and Lincolnton High School graduate who attended UNC Dental School at Chapel Hill. In 1993, he graduated and returned home to practice with his father Les Cloninger and Uncle Robert Truman Cloninger. Dr. John Clonger III has maintained a private practice for 32 years and hasn't yielded to the corporate landscape. Dr. John Clonger III would like to thank all of his wonderful patients for their loyalty. Dr. John Clonger III and Dr. Aaron Hebner are taking new patients. They take most insurances and especially Delta Dental. Call for appointments today at 704-735-0765. Go Wolves!
First Federal Savings Bank has been serving Lincoln County since 1940. And as it has been from the beginning, customer service is a priority to First Federal Savings Bank. They want to get to know you by name. First Federal Savings Bank has the convenience, the products, and the services that the larger banks have, but with hometown people that you see throughout your community. Stop in and visit one of their 4 convenient locations and see what First Federal Savings Bank has to offer you. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Welcome back. Let's see. Lyrics again there, Brett?
I know it's late. I know you're weary.
I know your plans don't include me.
Yeah.
We got that. Let's see. Ned, the first one to answer, says, we got tonight. Bob Seeger. Butch Parker, Bob Seeger, we've got tonight. Also, let's see what else I got here. A message from Mike Powell. I'll give it to him here in just a minute from Scott Cloninger. Just trying to think here. I think I got something here. Let's see. I missed one here. Hope you're still listening. Mike Painter said y'all were talking about Duke earlier. Mike's song "Devil with the Blue Dress." So there you go.
Yep.
I missed that one a while ago, but another correct answer. Whenever I get all these multiple texts, don't get me. I don't mean to leave somebody out. I think I left 1 or 2 out last week, but I didn't realize it till I got home and there they were. They were still unread, but try to get them all in because we appreciate all the interchange back and forth with each other. Arkansas, Arizona. We went over those scores, and I think we have finally decided. On a consensus pick on the Final Four. But what time do games start today? Is it?
6 o'clock, 6:10?
I think it is around 6.
I remember when those regional finals used to be at noon.
I know.
I think when Duke won one with Leitner and way back in that, Hurley back in that time, I think there was like a 12 or 1 o'clock game on the afternoon.
Start.
That was your regional
final. And it would be over by 5 or 6.
They've wised up, though, because I guarantee you that TV audience is huge.
Oh, yeah, Saturday at noon, a lot of people aren't home watching TV.
Right.
But, 6:09 and 8:49 tonight.
How about Sunday?
Tomorrow's earlier. Tomorrow,
5:05.
2:15 and 5:05.
I like it, 2:15.
Duke's the 5:05, so there'll be 5 teams left when Duke and UConn play tomorrow. They'll make the Final 5. Yep. I don't know if they'll make the Final 4.
Yeah, they'll be one of the last 5, right? One of the last 5.
I think they were at that same time a couple of years ago when they lost to NC State. I think it was Sunday, the last game on Sunday.
Yeah, that's right.
I hate to say this way, but I want to know. I mean, does every sports fan know baseball started this week, Major League? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I do. I keep up with it, Lenny. We all keep up with it in here. It ain't a problem. But it seemed like it started kind of quiet. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Well, you had the big splash with the Giants hosting the Yankees, right?
Probably.
That was just
The Yankees had a big splash. I wouldn't say the Giants.
Did they hit McCovey Cove? I don't remember.
The hitting coach might jump in McCovey Cove for the Giants. No runs in 2 games.
Park looked good, though.
Yankees win 7-0 first game, and Judge goes 0 for 5 with 4 Ks.
4 Ks, yeah.
And they win that opening game. Now, yesterday I think was 3-0, 2-0, 3-0, something like that, 3-0.
Judge did hit a home run.
Yeah, he did hit a home run yesterday.
And so did Stanton. But both of theirs to left field.
Welcome to Major League, Tony. What's his name? Yeah.
Monty, I'll take that bet. He says the Yankees are 2-0, headed toward 162. We could all sit here and give a number we think losses the Yankees will have. I'll say 60.
160.
Yeah. That'd be better. That'd be better for both of them.
How many losses will the Red Sox have? That's more than.
I mean, well, they're 1-0.
Yeah.
You know, but I promise you this. The Red Sox are not going 162-0.
No.
And nobody is. But I would say the Yankees will win 92. And that's a good number. That's going to win you the division.
That's probably going to win you the division.
Yep. Judge and Stanton have homered 60 games together.
Do you think anybody in the majors will win 100?
Probably not.
I'm going to say no.
The Dodgers have been World Series champs 2 years in a row. Didn't win 100 games either year.
I would bet.
It's hard to win 100.
But
very hard.
If it is, it'll probably be the Dodgers.
I think the Dodgers are capable, but I think
Mariners.
They're just playing enough to get to the playoffs.
That's right.
They're going to rest people, and
the Yankees are capable, but
last year the high was 97. It was Milwaukee.
Okay.
Yeah, 97.
That was the most.
And the Mariners still have the all-time with Griffey Jr. Is that right? How many did they win that year? That don't they hold the record?
I believe you're correct.
Which was like something in the 1-teens.
Yeah,
17 or something.
and did not win the World Series.
Did not.
Didn't even make it.
I might be making that up, but it was.
The year before last, the Dodgers won 98, and that was the most. So.
How many did the Giants win that one year?
Yeah, there was one year where the Giants and Dodgers both had over 100.
And they didn't make it to the series either.
3 years ago, the Orioles won 101, and the Braves won 104, and the Dodgers won 100.
Yes.
So 3 years ago, there were 3 teams that did it.
Yes, Monty, no doubt about that. A team has to stay healthy to win 100.
But that year that 3 teams did it, none of them won the World Series.
Golly.
Yeah, that's tough.
Just you have to stay healthy, and it's not like football. If you're out 2 weeks, you miss 2 games. In baseball, you miss about 12 games if you're out 2 weeks. So, I know it all balances out percentage-wise, but still, it just seems like a lot of games.
In 2022, the Dodgers won 111. But they didn't win the World Series that year.
Wow, 111.
I think a lot of times the team that wins the most games doesn't win it.
I don't know that anybody's ever had a better start if Will Ferrell drives into your stadium on opening day. Now, who did he have in the car? What?
Freeman and Miguel Rojas.
Yeah. You guys know that?
The back of the car
Will
with the
Ferrell
trophy.
come driving in. I didn't see it, but I could picture it, you know.
Yeah, 2021, the Giants won 107 and the Dodgers won 106.
Wouldn't you hate to win 106 games and not win a division?
And then they met in the playoffs, and the Dodgers won the series, but then they lost their next round after that. I don't remember.
Houston? I don't know. I'm just.
Well, no, that would have been the World Series. It wasn't them. It might have been Philly.
Yeah. What's y'all's thoughts on this year? I mean, Brett's already named his surprise team, and
I gave two.
It's Pittsburgh was one of them, but
Pittsburgh
Skeens
and
really
Pittsburgh
struggled on
and
day one.
The A's. I don't even know they're not even called by a city anymore, but
Sacramento's where they are still, right?
Correct.
Playing for right now.
And Pittsburgh's just played the one game so far.
Yeah.
They didn't play yesterday.
Yeah, but Skeens was I heard his ERA is like 67 point something, but it'll drop. Don't get me wrong.
It will.
And just like that ball dropped out there in the outfield. Were you watching at the time, Lenny?
I was.
That was a bad inning. It was pretty much the inning from hell.
And I know the next day they were crushing O'Neill Cruz.
Yeah.
But then a little bit later, I agreed with what Mark DeRosa said. Don't crash the Pittsburgh organization because he's not a center fielder. You got to find him somewhere else to play. But you got to be strong up the middle, and that was an experiment.
And I hate. Here's the only thing I fought him for. What was the center fielder's name?
O'Neill Cruz.
The only thing I fought him for, he didn't have shades on.
That was they got on. Yeah,
that's it. I mean, you go out there and you got to look straight up into that sun. You have got to have the sunglasses. I was actually watching it when that happened, when that fell in play, and I thought he's not even wearing sunglasses. People would forgive you a lot more if you did everything you could to prepare for that moment.
And I know DeRosa was talking too the other day on that one that got over his head. He said, "Yeah, he didn't play it right, but he said you got to learn how to play out there." And he said,
"Got to use your glove for a shade."
DeRosa pointed out too. He was showing. He stood up and showed. He said when you're playing, he said it come from Jim Edmonds. I thought, well, that's probably a pretty good source. Said that you kind of do a drop step when the ball's hit. He said when because he said a 3-tier stadium, it's hard to judge the ball coming off the bat, and he said you do a drop step and then you can come in or go back. He said you never lunge forward out of the gate. And he said, and that's just because the guy hasn't played there. He said it's.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. I mean, it really does. But it just the Yankees were already having a pretty big inning, and then that just really, I think they had 2 runs.
That was the Mets.
The Mets. That's right, the Mets. Yeah. But that was I don't know.
One of those days. Baseball any day.
A couple things I want to mention. Bill Murray. We were talking about him this morning because his son is in line to get a head coaching job. Yeah. Right now he is. Which school's he at?
He's at
Illinois or
he's at Connecticut.
Connecticut. That's right.
Yeah.
He's from Illinois, but Connecticut.
What's the job he's in?
Boston College.
Boston College. He's already got it, right?
That's what I understand.
I think he does. I think
he's coaching waiting. Is what I understand.
Could he actually do anything at Boston College?
They used to have a pretty good basketball program. They were better in football,
Yeah.
but they could compete in basketball. How much money will they get to spend? That's my question.
That's the question.
Isn't Boston College private?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Very tough academic.
Well, if they had,
if it's private, you usually get to spend more.
You got to have the big donors
I don't know that
to have the
BC
money to
has that.
spend now, because a school like Boston College isn't just going to give them unlimited money to spend to build a roster. You got to have the donors, and you would think Boston College would have some rich alums that would want to see the team.
Did you guys see the thing
improve.
in USA Today? They the teams in the Sweet 16, they listed how much money they spend on basketball. Who was number one, you think?
Spending on basketball.
The Sweet 16 teams. Who do you think?
Texas,
Arizona,
Duke,
really?
$25 million.
Yeah, I could see that, especially with the Boozer twins in there,
But now
that don't need the money.
Kentucky's up there. I mean,
yeah, the one I'd seen was Kentucky, but
they were out 20 million, 20 something like that.
Let me tell you a couple things I learned this week, and I think it was this week that I learned these things in sports. Boozer was on Dan Patrick one day. I don't know if that was this past week or the week before, but anyway, Boozer.
Carlos, the dad.
Yeah, the dad. And they asked him about his house that he rented out. Did you guys hear about this? He rented his house out to Prince for $95,000 a month. And then when he come back to it, everything in the house was pink. Purple, not pink, purple. But he had to Prince paid the money to have it all.
That, but I heard that from you. It must have been the
Yeah.
week before. 'Cause I heard you.
Speaking of the
you were the one who
boozers,
told me that.
have you guys noticed all the NIL
That's what I said
They're
earlier.
everywhere.
They are on TV more than movie stars.
Who else has
or
been
TV
on?
stars.
UConn's been on there with NIL, and of course the Boozer brothers. Who
Yeah, I've
else?
seen UConn's men and women on
Men and
commercials.
women.
The AZ
in
Fudd,
there,
she's
that
on
weight room
commercials.
video,
And
yeah.
Best commercial I've seen is, of course, you got Barkley and Samuel Jackson, but with Caitlin Clark, you seen that one?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
In the restaurant.
In the restaurant, she's knocking down threes into their coffee cups and stuff. Pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, I got one more question or one more statement, however you want to put it. In golf news, I heard Tiger Woods was 3 under bar.
Good one.
Or
Best
1
line
under
of
bar.
the morning.
Or,
3 under bar.
3 under bar. Again. Whoa.
did you see you guys see the car?
yeah,
On its side, right? It's just standing up on its side.
I mean, why wouldn't a guy like him just
and it's not alcohol;
Get somebody to drive.
it's pain medication.
Pain
ain't it? That
medication.
that's what's
Yeah.
he's intoxicated
Yeah, because he passed.
by.
Breathalyzer was
breathalyzer.
0. Triple
Yeah.
zeros, they
Then he
said.
refused
Triple
to take
zeros.
a urine. Did I hear that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which has led to immediate.
That's sad. It's real. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I made a joke out of it, but it's really sad for him that.
Yeah,
Well, my wife's
I don't know.
not in the know. She made a statement when it popped across. She said, "I don't think I'd want to ride of him."
No,
Why can't you just get somebody to drive him?
can't afford it, Mike. You seen prices these days?
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Gas
I mean,
is
it's-
really going up.
he's lucky that he hadn't killed somebody else.
I know.
No.
Yeah,
That's the whole thing.
You know,
Well, he almost
That's the
killed
whole thing.
himself
And ended up
that
in
other
prison.
wreck.
California.
Yeah, California
Yeah,
wreck.
that's the whole
I mean, you can
deal
kill
right
yourself,
there.
but you can kill somebody else
Sure.
too, and that's
Absolutely.
the scary
Should
thing.
not be driving under that kind of.
Yeah, he just needs somebody to drive him everywhere
Yeah.
he goes. I
Of
mean,
course,
yeah.
the guy's rich beyond belief.
Yep. But that's another one of the top stories that came out. I hate that for him because it seemed like for a good while there he was doing well,
I guess nobody cares about this. You guys think UConn's women will go undefeated? They're on their way, it looks like.
How did that one end up yesterday? I looked at the score one time, and they were only up on Carolina at halftime by 8.
It was low scoring for. I don't know what the final was.
They
but-
doubled Carolina's score in the second half.
Did they?
And won by about 20.
When I looked up, it was 40-20, but that
Yeah.
was sometime in the third.
It ended 63-42.
Yeah.
Very low.
Hurley said yesterday in his interview, Dan asked him, said, who would do better, you with the women or Gino with the men?
Yeah.
And he said, oh, Gino with the men. He said, there's no doubt. He said he's the greatest coach of all time.
Could be.
So
You very well
now
could
I
be.
know he would say that. A lot of people would believe he said that because they're at the same school.
Right.
But how
I've
can you
always
argue that
wondered-
he's not?
I've always wondered how Gino would do if
Yeah.
he were coaching a men's team.
Yeah, but the best thing he could ever do is not do it.
Not do it.
Right.
That's right.
You know,
'Cause that way you're
if
a legend.
If it flopped,
You flop.
then there's always that negative.
That kind of stains your legend.
How many titles do they have under him?
I lost count.
Well,
11 or 12.
get ready to add another one.
He's won more than Wooden won at
yeah,
UCLA.
Who is their stiffest competition?
South Carolina's who I would say.
Is it
Yeah.
anybody else? I mean,
UCLA, maybe.
ranked.
didn't Texas just destroy South Carolina in the conference championship, conference tournament title
Yeah,
game?
they did.
Yeah. Is Texas still in?
Is Texas still in it?
Yeah, they play today.
Duke's women won.
Texas
last
is a
night.
1
Was
seed.
LA the overall
Texas
number
is a
one
1.
seed or Connecticut? Connecticut's undefeated, but
Connecticut's
Yeah, the ones were Connecticut, UCLA, Texas, and South Carolina. Those are the
And
four
UCLA
ones.
won their tournament by like 30 points. If I'm
They
not
played
mistaken.
UCLA's dominant. They've lost one game. Yeah, they do play Duke
He played
tomorrow.
Duke in the regional final. Duke won on a buzzer beater.
So
over
we could
LSU.
see Is it set up where we could see UCLA and UConn
and
at the finals?
UCLA's one loss this year was to Texas.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I would say all four of the 1 seeds are capable of beating each other.
Yeah. You can't count South Carolina.
Now,
I mean,
did you
with
tell me
Stanley.
that UConn has lost a game?
No, they've not.
No, they're undefeated.
They're
They're
undefeated.
Who's their closest? Wonder
I don't
what
think
their
they've had a
closest.
close game.
Well, their conference is so weak.
bad.
They're
Yeah.
all their tough games will be early in the non-conference.
Oh, they only had a couple quad one wins, UConn, all season. Isn't that right? I mean,
probably
wasn't
right.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but they're 37-0.
Yeah.
That's the reason I thought UCLA was the overall number one. I thought
It could
might
be.
because of the
Yeah, it
quad-
could
the
be.
quad
I was.
ones
yeah.
being
I'll tell you this.
They
Big
play in the
Ten.
Big Ten.
If that happened in the men's, and you didn't have those quad one wins, you sure wouldn't be the number one overall seed.
UConn's women beat Michigan by 3 in November. So that was a close game. And Michigan's women, are they still alive? I think they are.
I don't know whether they're still there.
But everything else is just,
they play Louisville.
I mean, a lot of 30 and 40-point wins, 50-point wins. They're just that the Big East in women is so bad, other than
It's not
UConn.
good.
Back to baseball, man. I got a question for you guys. Have you seen the strike zone be questioned yet? Has anybody been watching the game and they questioned the strike or a ball yet?
Hadn't seen them. Maybe I question.
I don't think I've seen a challenge yet.
I have. I've seen two. I've seen two. And let me tell you something about
Important ones,
them.
too.
Let me tell you something about them. 3 seconds, it's over.
Yeah, I do
They
like
put the
it.
box up there, and it shows it. The other day, it was called a ball, a guy, and the catcher said he went ahead and signaled. Let's get this replayed or whatever. Just challenge. 3 to 5 seconds, he is out and he is off the field.
Yeah, and I think the catcher is the best one to know.
Yeah.
Well, and this was the first day. The first day there were 17 challenges by the catcher, like 9 by the batter,
17.
1 by the pitcher.
Only one by a pitcher.
That was day 1.
17, even not high. Think of how many pitches were thrown.
No, that's like
on that day.
That's
And I
like
might
one a
be wrong.
game.
I think
Yeah.
it was 17, and it was like, and the catcher, what you just said, Brett. The catcher was. They gave the percentages.
Yeah.
And the catcher like 76%. He was
Yeah.
right. The pitcher, the one pitcher, he was wrong. And this guy said that's probably pitcher thinks everything he throws. Is
Yeah.
right, it's over the plate. And the batter was like 50-something%, 56.
Yeah.
But that was just one day. That was.
I mean, that's something that's not slowing the game down.
No, the batter has the worst angle of the three, but they also, I mean, some hitters are so good at knowing the strike zone but the catcher obviously has the best view of to really
He
know.
knows where he catches it before he frames
And
it.
you probably seen those 2 in the Boston game, David. That's probably the 2 you were thinking of the other day.
It might be. Let's see, a couple things. I missed this from Ned. He said Brett's song we've got tonight, Bob Seger. He also says congratulations to Ms. Tucker being in charge or responsible for anything these days. Can be very stressful. Got to listen to a lot of complaints, and there's no doubt about that. And then I need to answer Butch here. Butch, I'll just give you 3.
And Q Tucker doesn't seem like the type that let it stress or age her
She
too
didn't
much.
seem that way. You're right. She
And
seemed
that,
pretty
you know,
steady.
obviously whoever takes her spot, that is going to be something they have to deal with. But she just didn't seem like she.
I saw some things
Got
come
too
down the
stressed
line
out
and
over it.
people saying who they would like to see get it and things like that. And I saw somebody that even no longer works for the NCHSAA that mentioned a couple times, and you know who that would be.
Yeah, local connection.
That would be
But
Trey
Waters.
Trey
Trey
Waters
Waters.
was
Yeah.
mentioned in that because he was second when he left.
this could have been his.
Yep.
Which I don't know if he would have
So,
ever even wanted that job.
I think
but-
he's moved to Knoxville. He's working over there with a friend of his and a shipping
I did see
company or
him post
something
on Facebook a message about Q Tucker and what she meant or means to him, and congratulating her on retirement. And you could tell he really respected her.
There, how many years did they give a number?
Per Q?
Yeah.
I'm sure it did, Lenny. I might can find that.
I
as
just
we-
heard
10 or
that I
12
didn't-
years, maybe.
Well, the last
That's a
one,
real long
Rick
time.
Strunk, was he not
Rick
the last
Strunk.
one? And Rick Strunk was from Newton Conover.
He's from Newton. Yeah.
But he did it for quite a while.
Yeah.
And
Rick started.
I
out-
don't know if he was actually over the whole thing like Q or if he just did.
I know he was in charge of media for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure, but he did a great job
Yeah.
too. Really did. But
He started out at the ONE, the Observer
Yep.
News Enterprise.
yeah, you better have 4 or 5 phones when you take that job. It's going to be ringing a lot, or maybe you don't need any.
Don't have any. Might be better. Not available.
Well, not available. Yeah, the number you've got, and the mailbox is full. I get that a lot too. Also, and the mailbox is
He's
full.
on the golf course today. Sorry.
Yeah, that'd be great too. I'm sure that the people would love that. Thanks for tuning in this
One
morning.
high school note from last night: Cherryville 9, West Lincoln 4 at Fraley Field.
There you go. And I think North Lincoln Boys still undefeated.
Ironman still undefeated
Good.
at 13-0.
We'll see you, Brett, Mike, David, Lenny. See you next week.